Let's get ready to motherfucking rumble. Put your running shoes on. Oh, she out there barefoot. Okay, well, take your shoes off and, feel the ground beneath your feet or the wind beneath your wings. Anyways, what's up, everyone? How you doing? Obviously, I'm full of action and energy. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. Oh, come on. That card is so draining. Fine, we're not going to start that immediately. Fine. I'm your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel. What happens? I sit here and I get my intuitive nudges. I don't know, really. I have intentions every fucking time I sit down. I'm like, all right, we're going to talk about this, that, and the other. And then they like, no, but talk about this too. That's not what I was going to talk about. And that's usually where you get this whole conversation that happens with me and the arguments of the unseen. Realistically, yes. I am your shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, starseed. Stars. Mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American. I am your messenger god, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. Have you noticed what I noticed? You never notice anything. But they're making me highlight every area of what I am and what I do. Realistically, and now they're trying to push us. I told you what it meant to be a starseed. The other day I explained fully what it meant to be a light worker as I was carrying the light of Buddha. You know what I mean? I explained all of this, what it meant to be, what it means to be a witch, what it means to be this, that, and the other. Right now, they're trying to push me into teaching you what it means to be an evangelist. A big, fat, stupid book to go with it. Oh, the kids love the books. Read the books. If there's anything I'm good at, I'm a good reader. Sit down. Let me read you a book. Realistically, yeah. In order to keep up with me, you might have seen what I posted on my community page. Oh, yeah, evangelist, North American Sybil. I will go back to a teaching of what a Sybil is. A Sybil is a name for all of that shit in a different origin of the world. What I do, there's people that do what I do, but nobody does it better. Why? Because I'm the highest level. I'm the original teaching of what they were taught. Their ancestors taught them to do. Realistically, yes, mofos. They get their powers. Magical powers comes from the divine feminine. Who is the divine feminine? Me. I am the first child of God, created in his image, the feminine form of God, filled with all his great fucking feelings. I am the goddess of the moon. I am the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you have to see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Let's start with the fucking... Oh, man, that was fun, Marshall. I totally cut Marshall into little bitty pieces. Little M&M pieces. You know, like the minis. The shareable kind. With that being said, you know what's so great about us? It's supposed to be greatness, but it's almost suffocating, and I'm like, oh my god, Becky, it's Eminem. I said a video yesterday and I lost some subscribers, and I pay attention to shit like that. I'm not watching it all the time, but obviously when it goes from 80 to 90, you're like, ooh, what'd I do? What'd I say? Say it again. See if it works again. See if it has the same effect on everyone. And that's how you know the loyal. Those that are like, they have the skin for this shit. Really? Yeah, the Patreons of this shit. Anyways, going into it, I had said yesterday about life and how long we're here to live, and that they're going to live and die in LA, and I'll see you on the other side, and Kobe will be there, and so will Pac. And I think that brought offense to people because they still haven't come to terms with death. Or the rebirth, obviously. So we're going to have to go back and talk about, we're going to start another teaching. It's been a long time. That's it too. I got to teach everything I haven't taught. It's a new year, so we have to revisit all of the old teachings for all of the new people and refresh all of the old people that lost their memory. Really? Yes. So I'm going to teach you about the chakra system as an energetic field that runs throughout your body that connects you to the divine. All areas of the divine. In order to have a full connection like me, you have to have a full open chakra system where you are working through your Merkaba and constantly receiving information from the divine, not blocked by your own sense of time, and then you can express it. We'll get into all of that. I'm going to teach you the science of reincarnation and some books and give you some understanding that this is not your motherfucking first life. If so, if you think for 1 second that you were a new creation of God, he never created a person like you before, I'd like to meet you. Meet to nice you. Shut up. You're a recycled version of God that's, playing out life. Why? He gave life to experience life through you. He experiences life and gains the wisdom because he has no form. He puts us in all form. And we all play. Don't even want to get into all that. So I'm going to teach you that too. Going back to the guys. We have soul ties. Do you know what a soul tie is? It's not a fucking soulmate. Oh, you're my soulmate. No, a soul tie means our souls are tied together. What is that? An exclusive access to something that nobody else can get, which is what? You call it energy. I know Marshall on a soul level. Have I seen him in this world? Yes. Have I talked to him in this world? Yes. Enough for us to know each other so closely? No. We know each other from other lives. You can know him and his child can live with him his whole life and not know his soul because it's an exclusive access that he does not show. It's the most naked part of yourself. Now, for me here, you can see I'm out here fucking naked in the woods, naked and alone, whatever. What is it called? Naked and Scared. I don't know what that fucking show is called, but I'm out here naked, hanging on a cross, booty ass naked, vagina and all. Picture me rolling. Realistically, yes, I am a soul having a human experience. I don't wear the flesh. I take the flesh off in every sense. You know what's hidden inside of me? You know what this flesh has done to me? You know what it holds? And I take it off. Now, going back to that is like, you will never know him like that. He will never open up his soul to you. You can know him your whole fucking life and never make a soul connection with this man because of how he is built. He is built with many layers of protection that will never let anyone close to his soul because his soul is very sacred, very vulnerable, the very essence of it, right? So we put on all these layers of, you know what I mean, to protect ourselves. And that's where it is I can show you and you can see it, but you don't know it, but you believe it because you can see parts of it. Nobody knew he was this man until I started telling you who he is. I validated who lives inside there, as well as all the rest of these wonderful men. You never knew about Lewis. You saw Lewis in a car and on a picture and on a screen. Have I ever met Lewis? No, not in this life. I know his soul. I know his thoughts. I know what he feels like in the rooms that he travels through. If I cared to, I could be right next to him. It's a soul connection. You guys are trying to make physical connections to say you know somebody, but you will never know that person. I know Russ on a way that even Jonica will never, ever, ever know. Because when he leaves her room and he goes in that room, it's my soul that he's in there with. The same way that when I'm in my bed crying and going through all kinds of unusual things, it is his soul, it is their souls that are connecting with me, that are in those places. Our souls go on, and we go on together. This isn't our first fucking rodeo. We play different roles and different times, and we're always there. Why? Because we were an important elite group of souls made. Realistically, the inglorious bastards. As I always say, why do I have to play the girl this time? Many times I got to play the man role and be in the masculine role and all of this. And if you look at it, I'm like, you wonder why I call you bitch out here. How many of them ever met Kobe or Nipsey or DMX or Pac? But do they not live within inside of them? Have you ever met Jesus? You don't have a soul connection with Jesus where Jesus sits you down and has some conversations with you? The spirit of Jesus is upon you. You don't know that. You don't know what that feels like. Okay, then you can't define what a soul tie is. It's our first time coming together in this life, but we were always meant to come together in this life, and we've always been together on the same fucking mission. All roads lead home. As much as they think that my connection to each of them is individual, They don't realize that we're a family. Marshall started to see it. It's like, you're the forefather of all these sons of bitches. They're your fucking creation. They tried to live up to be like you. Look at Kanye over there. What the fuck? How are we gonna fucking fix this? Fucking father time, the all father of this bullshit. Realistically, and look it, they cut off fucking Royce's fucking balls. What are we gonna do now? We were just made for glorious stuff. We're inglorious bastards. That's what it means. So going back to that may offend you, and I'm going to do a teaching on how to help you understand that this isn't your first fucking life, and there are people, souls. They're not people because they won't always. Roscoe was not a fucking human, and his name wasn't Roscoe, but that soul was a soul nevertheless, and it was always attached to Lewis. Like what? Like Pac? And that one you really hate. But it's not like I only have access to Pac or Jesus or Buddha or any of this. They're not just my access. It's just I've always been part of that elite side, which is called the divine. There comes the earth angels. Earth angel, wherever. We were created of God in the kingdom of God. Call for motherfucking mission. Realistically, yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Realistically, yeah. And it's not that you weren't either, but you don't know your place in the kingdom. You're trying to build a kingdom here on earth. And that's exactly what the fall of Lucifer and all the goofies did. Goofies. Yeah, you're going to do exactly what God made you to do here and try to be glorious here instead of being glorious as he made you. Going back to the hells. I'm seeing Ichabod, all kinds of them. Some of my favorite ones. They're just sitting there. It's like, your job is to keep the fire going. I feel that. Every time I'm sitting there blowing on the fire, I'm doing your job. Got to keep the fire going. And that's so literal. It's like, why would there not be paid positions in hell? Hell on earth. Realistically, yeah, mob squad and all that. I know that offended you because you're like, no, she doesn't know them, and we don't, and this isn't true, and that isn't true. And then I start with the basics. Well, what is true? All these stories that you've read your whole life, none of it's true. Then why do you keep it feeding into the bullshit? What is true? Money, power, success, fame, fortune. What is true to you? Values? What do you value? What do you value? And what are those values that you're trying to push onto your kids? What are you here to do? What are you here to contribute and shit like that? Realistically, our lives, and I'm talking about, you know what I mean? The ones I know of my story, the ones I'm telling you. Our lives are a contribution to humanity. The way that we lived had an influence on those around us. Of course, now mine, I'm stepping into that power role after watching all of them be not so powerful and not do the right thing with power. And that's where we learn. We learn from our elders. Those that came before us, Ellie. Realistically, something like that. And I see Nipsey. It's like, I'm gonna study you, and I'm gonna take that, but I'm gonna do it my way, right? Hit the highway. And that's just really what it is. It's like you didn't have to know a soul to have a soul connection. Now you're trying to have a physical connection and say that you know somebody and that you know all about him. But even in the room, you can bring him into your house, but you're not going to know him. He can live under your roof for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 years, 25, 35, 45 years. And yet, depending on him, you will never know his soul. Quiet on this side. It's a soul's recognition. And it's in most cases and always in all, it's just a stranger. It's a stranger that you recognize in time. Realistically, yeah, it's not some fucking connection. We made a connection at the club. I met them at the fucking... Shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. This is like magic moment where something just turns on. And that's it too. Don't get me wrong. I was drawn, but I didn't, the awakening comes later. It's like, what draws us together? And then I saw the timelines. Realistically, yeah. Why are his so prominent? I'm not sure. Because if you think about the fact that even if we weren't incarnated or incarnated, we still stuck together as the, as the mob that we are, the mob squad. So realistically, I can't see all the timelines, but I can see him overlaying almost all of them. Realistically, yeah. So he could just be honestly a full counterpart to what I am. But I mean, whatever. I just wanted to point that out, and that's what they are. We're a mob squad. Really? Yep, created of the same shit. I have the memory of when we took life, when we left to take incarnation. Why did we get here all different ages and stuff? Because how we fell through the tree of life. And that's what we're going to really get into. The tree of life is, you see all those planets? Okay, I'm trying to teach you through Metatron, and that's what we're starting. Intense starting. I'm trying to teach you that when these planets move, because of how you fell through them and what is inside of you, are going to have movement in your life, and how to go with the flow of what's moving around you and what it's trying to tell you. Realistically, yeah. So let's get on with that. Right before I got on here, I posted. I saw Steve's Love Tarot had posted Mercury and Capricorn. Last night, all we were able to do was go over the planets and what they rule over. Today, we were going to go over the houses and the zodiac signs. 2 days ago, I pulled out my Lilith cards, and I was kind of blown away by it. I was like, okay, maybe we're going to use these to talk about the planets. Those are going to be my reference cards only because you need visualizations. And you can learn all of this through those cards. We're taking that learning into an Excel level. Is everyone keeping up with me? I know you can, because I'm going to cram so much information. It's necessary for us to just start this weekly pattern. Really, it starts on the 1st, and it just talks about a week of it, but we'll have a better understanding. Realistically, yeah, because the planets are predictable in their movement. They move at the same pace, so we can predict that when they move into this, like he said, Mercury and Capricorn. What do we know about that? Mercury is all about your communications. We learned all about this last night. Go back to it, rephrase. And this is what we'll have to do, a lot of this to keep it in. What are we doing? I'm trying to give you spiritual knowledge, ancient knowledge that people use as power over you and make you think that, they're fucking divine. It's just science. Life is predictable. All right. So we were going to pick up on the second building block, but let's go back to the first. He said that Mercury. All right. Back when gods and goddesses were thought to be in charge of affairs of humanity, Mercury shuttled messages between the gods and mortals. In today's world, Mercury is the computer, the telephone, and the internet. All right. Now, we learned about, I didn't speak about this just yet. Now let's jump into this. Or you want more? Okay. He's the internal computer that constantly feeds you data about the world. His position and house in your chart shows how you think and reason and how you express yourself to others. You recognize him in your speech patterns and in your handwriting and the ways you walk, because moving through your environment means communicating with it. All right. So if we're talking about Mercury and communications, and as non-coincidentally as it was, my earlier video, and then going on to the second one where I was messing with Marshall in the post, what was it? I told him he can't be comparing himself to others when he doesn't even know what they're talking about. And then I sent him this song, and I was like, he doesn't even know what they said. So then I sent it to him, and it was all exposing. It's a great rapper that's telling you to come out the fucking closet and be yourself. And that's what was really funny. And so I'm going back to this, and I was like, open communications. I'm sending communications via the internet to, him. Am I waiting for him to respond? No. My response is enough. I'd be laughing. It's like, I got you. Realistically, yeah. Capricorn is what? Structured and thought out. We'll get to that. He operates through your 5 senses, your brain, and makes you conscious of opposites like light and dark, hot and cold, up and down. He's what you use to have conversations, exchange a glance, gesture, or interpret a symbol. Okay, so all of this is how you're going to communicate with somebody. So we said Mercury's and Capricorn. just for shit's sake, I'm going to jump all the way through all of this. We have so much to learn. Realistically, yes, bitch, we got a lot to learn. So much. Let's talk about Capricorn, which is, of course, Louis. Can't talk about Capricorn without Lewis. Where are you, Capricorn? Sagittarius, you come after that. There you go. It's a feminine cardinal earth sign. Isn't he so feminine? He's my pretty boy swag. I love you, Louis. Really? Yeah. My knight in shining armor. Really? I know you from my last life. Do I? Do I, though? As the divine feminine, I have a huge effect on your life, whether you know it or not. Moving on. Your Capricorn planets ruled by Saturn, right? You have a tendency to build things such as erect structures. Sorry, erector set. I am such a child. He said erection. No, he didn't. He said erecting. Such a child. And creating a career for yourself. You did a great job, Capricorn. Take a bow. Saturn will start up an organization and turn it into a family business. Great job, Lewis. You're doing it. Formula Mission 44. Away we go. These planets automatically know how to run in no matter what? Know how to run it no matter what it is. Your authority figures. They exercise caution and discipline, set down rules, and live by them. He does not eat animal products. He stands for a lot of shit. He's got it all tattooed all over him. Capricorn is the sign. Do you feel seen? Take his clothes off. Take his clothes off. I want to see more. Let's take Lewis apart. I love you, Lewis. Where are you? I can't protect you from you. Capricorn is the sign with the driest wit. Yeah, he doesn't really get it. He didn't get that joke. Here's where your sense of propriety and tradition will be strong. Where doing things the old-fashioned and paying respect to elders is the only way to go. He's so respectful, right? Long live the queen. They want to return for the time. Sorry. They want to return for the time they invest. They want to return for the time they invest and don't mind proving how valuable they are. Take a bow, Lewis. All right, so think about this. Think about someone like Lewis trying to communicate with you. I don't know what else is feeding into this. Oh, we have a full moon in fucking Cancer. Oh, let's put a bunch of feelings. Feelings. Hey, Lewis, reach out. Didn't I give you my phone number? What? You should try that lip gloss. My lip gloss is popping. Every time she says that, try my lip gloss. I was like, your lip gloss is popping. Really, I'm such a hype man. All right, so let's go into that. How do you know all that? Well, we're going to know. And who's going to remember all this? I don't know. If we have the room to put it in our brains, it's important. Why? Because something like that, you can say, okay, Mercury is in Capricorn. It's structured conversations and organized thoughts. Perhaps. It's like my boyfriend. Really? There goes your Capricorn. It's my boyfriend. Her boyfriend is a Capricorn. Dude, this chick, she's like, hey, do you think I could go see my boyfriend for his birthday? I said, when's his birthday? She said, January 4th. I was like, bro, that's less than 7 days to plan a trip. I was like, where? It's only for like 1 day. I was like, dude, we need more time to figure things out like that. And that's structured communication, bro. This is not structured. You can't just drop a bomb on me, baby. No, and there's lots of things. And she's like, it's only like a 3-hour drive. I was like, when's the last time you saw me get on the fucking freeway? Exactly. And it's the holiday season and DUIs, and I'm not doing none of this. You are cray-cray. This is negative communications. And that's what I asked her. I was like, why don't you just wait? And that's where we compromise. Well, I was like, why don't you just say, let's find another way to show your love to your boyfriend. Realistically, structured communication. She's going to send him a card. And some photos of her. Hopefully not. I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. You never know. Exactly. And in that sense, she's 15. I lost my virginity at 15 and ended up fucking pregnant. So, in essence of telling her, you can't send no photos and shit, I mean, I hope it doesn't lead to babies. That's all I can do. Realistically, no, but remember, I got her that cool ass camera for Christmas so she can make little Polaroids. And I was like, oh my God, that is so cute. You should send it to him. So I'll pay for this bullshit. I support your love affair. And he's supposed to be around in the summer. So I told her, he's supposed to be in Greeley. I was like, well, we'll travel up there during that time when he's more accessible. Realistically, yeah. Why the fuck we got to go to Vegas if he's just going to be up the block? We'll spin the block. Why the fuck we got to go to the desert? I don't even go to the desert. If I'm not going to pray, that's what I told her. I was like, I might consider this because I had such a fabulous time camping next to the lake. And I got a new tent. I might consider this where you could just go hang out with your boyfriend in Las Vegas and I can do all praises and glory next to the lake. Realistically, why not, dude? Let me plan this. Put the planets, align the planets, and put my new car in there and we'll go. And away we go. Realistically, sure, why not? Does any of this have to do with you? No.
You guys don't have boyfriends.
I don't either. It's okay. And that's because I manifested the proper boyfriend. He's got a man body?
Yeah,
He's got a man voice.
Yeah, I know.
He sounds like a man on the phone.
He has like a whole beard. It's kind of gross.
You don't like his gross fucking peach fuzz on his face? I call it the mangina. I don't like it either.
He has like a full one though. It's kind of creepy.
Is it like full like Marshall Mathers, or is it like full like fucking Aligate, or is it like full of shit like fucking Russ?
It's not full of shit. It's well kept.
You didn't know he was looking? Yeah, he's looking. What's it looking like? Oh, Lewis has some fucking face hair. He has some fucking peach fuzz.
He's like 6 feet. And,
do you have a mustache? I can't remember. I'm going blank. Blank man. Why? Because I'm manifesting. I'm trying to see a new man.
I'll show you a picture.
There's still many to be discovered along this journey. We're still picking up people along the way, I've just begun. We've only just begun. All right, so we're not going to teach astrology right now. I was just trying to teach you that. And that's why I'm trying to teach you that shit. Because at any time, and we have a calendar, bitch, it tells us, really, what's going to happen December. We can learn what these symbols mean. You see them? We can learn them, and then we can know, like, what is going to happen and who's going to do what at what time. We know who's more susceptible to the bullshit. We're like waiting for that moment. No, they said at 1:38 p.m. Wait for it. And then you get that text message and we all start laughing. Really? It's like Mercury retrograde, bro. It's like, oh, I knew I was going to hear from you. Oh, I knew. And then I was like, when I don't see it coming, I'm like, what were the planets doing? How come I didn't see this coming? Why didn't we see it? Because we weren't looking in the right place. You just have to look to the sky. Really? That's what we did in Egypt. We didn't look. Oh, I got a huge frequency going through my ear. Good morning, sunshine, whoever you might be. Ew, I entered a new situation. So that's what I'm going to try to teach you. For the next 2 days, that's all I'm going to teach you. We have I think something like 43 pages to go through, which is what? We are starting the 12 houses, right? So I'm building you a natal chart. Go get a natal chart. Be careful where you put that information. Really? Yeah. What do you need for your natal chart? You need your birth date and location, but specific to the time, the minute you were born and where you were born. Really? You need that. Yes? Based on that information, they'll know where the planets were when you were born and what you're made up of. Really? As soon as you took life, you were filled with all of this energy, correct? No, you were already being brewed by energy. But the light force comes from all of that. The universe creates life inside of you. You're already alive. But you get your identity the moment you come into the light. And that's based on the stars and the planets and everything. Realistically, that's how they look at it on the 3D level. It goes much deeper in the layers. But that's what it is. And that's why the planets are there. You literally fell through those planets. The soul, I can't even say the soul because the soul's in there. I would say the mission falls into the child at that moment when the child falls out. And based on what the planets are. That's how they knew. That goes back to Jesus, bitches. Jesus was made up of that star. They knew that he was born by that star. That star was him. Really? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Stuff like that. So you need that. Why? Because that's going to tell you what what your planets are. You have a natal chart, right? So what your sun sign is, your moon sign, your Uranus, your Mars, your this, that, and the other. Okay. If you scroll down further, you're going to see your 12 houses. You need that too. Why? Because we're constantly, what's happening is those planets are moving through what we call the 12 houses, which are the astrological signs. So Mercury, our communication is starting its new descent through, actually no, Capricorn isn't the beginning. It's just the beginning of, it's the beginning of the end. Actually, it's the end and the beginning. But realistically, astrologically, we don't start our new year until Aries season. But as far as our lunar new year, we started that last, and that's where it is like, where do all these timelines? And that's where it is like, I would need so many things. I'd look like a scientist with all kinds of boards trying to explain to you how all of these timelines equal. It's like a sandwich. It's like the layers of a cake, bro. Really? We're eating cake, but you don't know what. Sorry. What was that movie, Amelia?
What?
The Help, where she gave her the chocolate.
That's made of her poop. Your hair's all up in your face.
My hair, I know, because I found out. Oh my
And then
god.
the grandma was loving it.
Oh my god. Really? You don't know the layers of time that we're working through. Really? So your 12 houses, you need to understand. So realistically, right now, Mercury is one of your traits, and it's working through Capricorn, which is, I don't know what house that is. Really? I don't. It's the same as whatever sign it is on the chart, which I think is your last, isn't it the last house? Son of a monkey. Give me a minute. The 11th house? The 12th house. No, that would be Pluto, right? I'm so confused. Well, we have to get into this, and that's how it works. So each of your planets, each of what you're made of, all the layers of your being are working through the layers of time as we're going through it. And that's why certain layers of your being are highlighted during certain times. And instead of going, you know what I mean, staying on track to some old shit, you're not going with the flow of the new shit where you can elevate this part of your life. It's like you're in a place where this part of your life is being highlighted and you can elevate it. Really? Yes. So as we're doing all of this, you can see that I'm doing a lot of, on page 17, I'm doing a lot of structured communication. My messages are becoming very structured, and I'm telling you, we're gonna go into structured classes, right? So what did I tell you? I'm gonna run another chakra class. I'm going to start teaching the science of reincarnation, and we're learning how to track the planets in a spiritual form. Really? Yeah. At the end of the day, you'll all learn how to do natal charting, but realistically, what for? So we can keep on track. We'll learn how the track starts, and the point is to keep on track with, and since they're ever moving, you'll just have a better knowing of why I'm teaching you this week. You know what I mean? This week, they're trying to get us to focus on this area of our life. Now I can show you, based on the planets, we're still supposed to be focusing on this area of our life. And that's just giving you clarity as to why I'm trying to show you this is what's happening, and this is how I'm always so successful in all areas of my life, because I go with the flow of the focus of all areas of my life rather than just being over focused on one area of my life. Now, granted, I had to destroy all areas of my life, take it all off to use this energy to create a new life. And I can't force different areas because it's not open. The gates aren't open. The floods aren't open. I'm not being driven towards this. There's no opportunities in this area of my life. This isn't the focus of my life right now. But it doesn't mean it won't be the most important thing come tomorrow, given the energy. Now we focus on this area of my life. And that's where you're always, you know what I mean? As Kobe is describing it, as I see him, is you're playing all positions in your life. Nobody is in control of your life. No part of your life is not breathing or living. You know how to run your life. It's your life. Every area of it is being fed by you. Realistically, yeah, that's what he shows. It's like you need to play the whole court so that if, you know what I mean? You come in and correct. There's autopilots of your life, right, that are playing, but your job is to always step in and coach that area of your life to be better. You're playing it, but when we highlight, okay, let's talk about your dating life. I don't have one. Well, let's work on that. Nah, I don't want to. What's wrong with you? You don't want to have a connection with a person. And that's where Kobe will sit me down like a little ass kid and be like, you want to talk about this? Not really, but okay. And let's talk about, you know what I mean? What about your spirituality? What do you do to connect with God? Do you have any spiritual? And that's, I mean, you can have that talk with DMX, Kobe, fucking Pac, Nipsey gonna sit there and ask you about getting your energy straight. Like, what do you do to connect with yourself? Then they're gonna ask you, you know what I mean? What do you do to release? Shit like that. How's your family doing? What do you know what I mean? And there's so many areas of your life, and it's like, where are you being creative? Where are you making your money? Where's this? Where's that? And it's like, oh, it's too much to live life. Nah, just take it, and take little steps in different areas. And that's why we're training ourselves in different areas given the different days. We put our focus on different shit. So today is an action day. I pulled this card yesterday and I was like, of course it is. It's Mars. It's ruled by Mars. We learned about Mars yesterday. I'm going to give you a refresher. The day alone, just by the aspect of today, Mars is in charge of your self-discipline and your action department. He is your warrior who fights when you are attacked, your own personal SWAT team. Your Mars energy makes you brave, courageous, and daring. His placement in your chart describes how you act on your own behalf. He's concerned only with you, and he does not consider the size, strength, or ability of whomever or whatever you're up against. That's your drive. It doesn't matter. I can do this. I can do this. The warrior inside of me, the fire inside of me says I can fight. I can go to any lengths. I can do this. And nobody can tell me I can't. That's like that fucking, try to tell Marshall or fucking Kanye no. Bitch, what? The fuck did you say to me? hold my purse. He's at the side of you that initiates all activity. He also is in charge of how you assert yourself and how you express your anger. Hot under the collar, seeing red, and fired up are Mars phrases. Mars is what you use to be passionate, adventurous, and bold, but he can also be violent, accident-prone, and cruel too. Wherever he is in your chart, you'll find constant action. Mars pursues. He shows you how to do things. He charges through situations. He's headstrong planet, corresponds to the head, blood, and the muscles. It's like, get your body going. Really, yeah. On a day like today, you're being pushed to do shit you don't typically want to do, or you have the energy to do the shit you've been putting off. Like what? Fucking laundry. Really? Yep. I'm gonna carry that shit down 2 by 2 unless I find that cart. But the carts are so hard to find. It's just not worth it. I don't want to go through all of that. I'd rather, in that time, I could take 2 bags down, come back up, and get 2 more, and then we're done. You don't make the kids? Not usually. I mean, I'll bake them, but it's not really worth it. I'm not going to sit there. The argument of why I don't want to do it and why I think you should do it and why I want to force you to do it is not even worth doing. You want people to help you, but at what cost? You're going to scream at them. You're going to guilt them. You're going to force them. It's your fucking job. I'm the one that does everything around here, and I got to fucking wash it, and I got to do this. Sometimes I get that way, especially late at night. If you guys don't fucking come down here and help me carry a bag, realistically, yeah, but I don't. I try to be better. It's like force isn't better. I don't try to force, and I don't try to guilt. I can ask, and that's it. And I'll just go on about my motherfucking Mars business. I got this shit. I can change this tire. Don't help me then. And then somebody will come. I mean, I don't really need someone. It's like sometimes you think you need help, but you can do it. It's just going to be a bitch and you don't want to do it. I don't know. Somebody else would argue with me. You have 2 grown-ass teenagers that don't help you fucking do all that shit. You have 2 grown-ass teenagers that you make do all that shit. We were made and we were forced. I was under stronghold, dude. I was made to hold up the house because my mom was too fucking busy to do it. I was made to be, you know what I mean? To take care of, because I was the girl. I was made to clean up all the house and do the dishes and do fucking all this stupid shit. She made me into a house bitch, and she did it by force or by guilt or like, you know, would literally beat the shit out of me. I don't do that to my children, bro. Call it extreme. They're not incompetent. If I ask them, I promise you, if I give them the talk and be like, I want you to clean up this room now, like it looks good, like I could walk in. Sometimes I'll tell them, hey, bro, it's my sickness. Sometimes I'll just tell them, I want this done. And I will, maybe once or twice a day, but I don't do that shit to them. I'm grateful if they do it, but they're not bad people if they don't do these things. They know how to wash dishes. And if nobody else was there and they needed a dish, they will get there and do it. I don't pay them to do such things, and I don't scold them for not doing such things. I don't over baby my children. I don't spoil them. I'm just a little bit more caring than I ever was to anybody else and more understanding. And that's really what it should have been. It would have been nice to have a caring mother that wasn't up our fucking ass all the fucking time, screaming and yelling at us instead of just like, you know, a little bit more loving and understanding. And that goes back to it. I have no intentions to have new kids and make them babysitters. I've seen that in so many kids' lives, bro. Don't get me wrong. My daughter it was always, dude, she has told CJ what to do since the day he was born. It's like, she is always, I have to tell her, you don't have to, you know, but it's just in her to be like, she's the oldest and she's got to take care of him and she's got to watch out for him and she's got to tell him she's got to teach him everything and how to do everything. And, I got to always teach him. You take it upon yourself. But realistically, stuff like that. All these kids, it's like, you know, we saw her last night. Who is she? She's a beautiful woman. I've seen her before. I just never counted the kids. Really? I've seen her many times. What is it? Somebody said, I said this in a video last week. I was like, there's a lady with 8 kids. I was like, there's a lady with 8 kids? How come I haven't seen her? It's right in front of my face. I just haven't seen her. And yesterday we were at the stoplight and they were all coming across. I said, Amelia, count the kids. How many are there? Including the baby she's carrying. She had 8 kids. I was like, that's her. That's who they were talking about. She's a beautiful woman. And they're all fucking small. Were any of them teenagers?
All this was like 12.
Like 12, dude. And I'm like, you know how that happens, Milia? I was like, as soon as the baby's big enough and she's healed, they have sex again, and there she goes. And she's like, not even, they don't wait till she's healed. Good point. And it makes another baby. And she has no time for the last baby because now she's preparing for a new baby. I know that. I saw it happen to my brothers. You know, my brother was, his baby mama was a rabbit, bro. Last time I seen, she had 9 kids and like hella baby daddies. It's like you go out for love and then here comes a child. And then like the more children you have, the more responsibility that's passed on to the other children. It's like, this is your brother. Look out for your brother. This is your sister. This is your responsibility. It's your job. I felt that duty to my younger brother because he was, you know what I mean? But in the essence, it wasn't my job to be his mother because you weren't. And I want to set that straight right there. Realistically, yeah. So we're going to use this energy to do laundry. But going back to it, that's that Mars energy. It's ruled by Tuesday. So if you've got shit to do that you don't want to do, you plan it for a Tuesday because the planet is there. If you've got shit, you know, that you want to grow, like when I do interviews, I try to plan them for a Thursday, or appointments that I want something out of. I try to do a lot of my appointments, unless it's just basic communication. I'll do that on a Wednesday because that's the day of communication ruled by Mercury. But if I'm trying to get a job, or if I'm trying to apply for something, or I'm trying to get into something, I want it to be on a Thursday. Realistically, yeah. So ask me what day my new classes are on. Go for it. Anybody? Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday, I have an in-person class. And then, or Tuesday and Wednesday, excuse me. And Wednesday is when I do the Zoom meeting to do that class. So I'll need action to go and be at that place, at the Action Center. No, that's not where this one is. And then on Wednesday, it'll all be about communication through what? Computers. It perfectly aligns. Did I set it up? No. that's where you see this makes sense. It all aligns. That's where you see the alignment and you get in alignment with the things. Not that you're out of alignment. Everybody's all, I see it like an old school TV where you had to like adjust the nozzle to get the right station, or like your radio, right? You're going through it and you can hear the music, but there's still fuzz. There's fuzz. It's like you don't have a good frequency. You can still hear the tunes playing, but it's not the right channel. You don't have the perfect channel to hear this song being played out. You can only hear it played in the background. And that's where the energy doesn't hit people like it hits us. They can feel it, but it doesn't push them to do anything. They don't feel it like what I felt this morning, that celebrational, that celebratory energy in the sun, where I felt like I was on a beach and I wasn't sitting in, you know what I mean, the tallest mountain of Colorado in the breeze, but I was on a beach. Realistically, yeah. Some people can feel it, and that's what it means, is to feel the energy. Where is it coming from? The planets. They rule over the days. They rule over parts of our body, and they actually even rule over hours. That goes real deep into another teaching. Really? Yeah, I'm just going to give you this and we're going to go. It's fucking 46 minutes of what the fuck. Really? It's just a refresher to what I'm about to teach you. I need you to know where we're about to go, so I don't have to keep refreshing this shit. All right, let's go to number 9. So of refreshing. So we went through the waters. We went through leadership of Saturn, right? So listen to how we started these cards. The first one was your sun. The second one was your moon. The third one was your Jupiter. The fourth one was Uranus. The fifth one was Mercury. The sixth one was Venus. The seventh one is Neptune. The eighth one was Saturn. And now where are we? 9. The energy of Mars. I just want to point out these are Archangel Metatron oracles. And though thought I was just going to teach you the oracles, no. We're going to add the oracles to everything else we're teaching. I'm the teacher. No, I'm the student, and then I become the teacher. Really? Yeah. Successful completion of anything worthwhile belies in the fact that much work, effort, triumph, and setback has likely gone into the making. Whatever you are asked to do, be, or try at this time needs to start not just with thought, but with action. What am I doing? I told you I went from one manifestation to the next. I'm supposed to be taking action. What did I see? Open the computer. I haven't even tried my computer yet. Really? No. I might need to charge it, to be honest. We'll do that, and then we'll do that on Wednesday. Why? Communications. We'll take the actions. Basic actions. Turn it on. Action, however small, needs to follow thought. It is the law of the universe, and what do I need to do? I need to create a LinkedIn, a new one. I don't know if I ever did one. I have to start that. I need to start that right away. I need to fucking pull up my fucking resume. I need to do a lot of things. I probably need to buy a fucking... Realistically, I don't like that. I want a mouse that connects to my computer. You're so annoying. I am. I'm such a child. I'm getting prepared for greatness. Don't let me get a computer, bro, and learn how it works. I'm gonna put Pro Tools on that shit, and then you're fucked. Get me a fucking microphone. Mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Welcome to the gravel pit. Check out my gravel pit. I'm sorry, Bobby, if I offended you. I thought that was a very clever joke. I'm sorry. How did you go from there to there? Didn't you used to work at Coca-Cola? I have a cool sweater I thought you would like. I was going through my sweaters yesterday, and it had nothing to do with you, but I enjoyed that sweater, and I found the synchronicity in it. Why did I like it? Because it has all the languages. It doesn't matter. And Coca-Cola is drinking, and you drink it all over the world. Realistically, I felt like it was, very, whatever. I apologize. Anyways, going back, I just got pulled into, remember what you said? I didn't mean to make fun of you. It was just fun talking about what you do. What is it again you do? You want to unblock me and tell me? You want to put me in my place? I'm not Fred Flintstone. I mean, can you really argue you're not? After what you told me you do? Great. She sees me as Fred Flintstone. I've always seen you as a caveman. You're the first man ever created by God. Over there fucking kicking rocks and taking stones, sticks and stones. Fucking trying to build a fire and shit. You're mankind. Congratulations. We're the working man class. I find you sexy in your non-powerful ways. Have you ever seen Russ use a shovel? He dug himself a straight grave in that song called Dirt. Fucking Joe Dirt over here. Marshall, get out of my energy, bro. God damn it. God is gonna damn us for this. Realistically, yeah. I really want to say it's his, but it's mine, and he has a piece of it. And when I'm all in it, I'd be saying you're in my energy, but it's like, no, it's the energy I've taken back from you. You're not really this energy, it's me. It's not you, it's me. I'm not even going to project that it's you. Why are we in a Queen of Swords energy? Being cutthroat a little bit, don't you think? I mean it all the best. All right, action, however small it needs to follow through. It is the law of the universe and the way anything is created. You have to do something about it, bro. You don't have to do everything, but you have to do something. You have to have some part in the doing. You're like, look what I've created. What have you done? What have you created? So often you stall, waiting for the perfect condition to begin. And yet, why wait? Tomorrow may never come. I know. Procrastinate now. Don't put it off. I heard this cool saying. I thought that was amazing. You only have today to live, so live it now. Hey, I had this cousin. What do you mean you had? I mean, obviously I'm not part of family anymore. She's still technically my cousin, don't you think? Anyways, I had this cousin, and she worked as a nurse, with brain surgeons and stuff. And realistically, it's live or die. If this fucking surgery didn't work, they were going to be brain damaged. They usually came with brain damage. Like, they were all the hope that they were. And she was just assistant to the hope, and they could only hope that, between the two of them, this person was going to do well and live again, or continue to live, or have a quality of life given the damage that had happened to their brains. She was all up in the fucking, in the guts. So with that, Hannibal Lecter over there, she had a way of living. She believed that, you know what I mean? She had seen that people just got, horrific injuries and went brain dead. So she believed in living really hard each day because she knew that anything could make you a vegetable. Really? Yeah. Yeah. And as I say that, I look at, Michael Schumacher. What happened to him? Ski trip. He was on a break and he just decided to go on a ski trip and he slammed into a fucking tree like most skiers do. And he went brain dead. He's a vegetable. Which one? I don't know. He's part of the Veggie Tales. Did I remind you that I'm from hell? That I sit in a beautiful throne in hell just telling the stories of the people that suffer in hell? That's delicious. It's hilarious if you ask me. Apologies for my insensitivity. It's not the first time I've seen such a fucking hilarious story told in time. Did you call him a Veggie Tale? I was telling the story, so yeah, he's a whatever. This is where me and Marshall get in trouble. Marshall, weren't you talking about that guy in the wheelchair? Oh, man. You're going to burn in hell. I think we have glorious places in hell, don't you think? How do you like the view? Picture me rolling. All right, keep moving. You're so insensitive. No, I feel it. I feel how these words can harm you. But I meant just to, laugh it off. Let's hope they were a good person and God gives them a better life in the next life. They're not doomed to the afterlife. What does that even look like? All right, don't put off any longer that which you wish to do. Any step towards your goal you may seek at this time is correct. There's no wrong paths to take. Any mistake to be made is part of the learning process, and every achievement is acquired to spur on you. I saw this download at this very moment as I'm working towards a placement in the digital world. God is planting a seed. I saw it. He's telling somebody about a job for me before I get there. And when we meet, they'll deliver that message. They'll know that this message was for me when they meet me. He's already planting the seed. And how do I see it? It's kind of parallel to what happened with Paul. The very moment he took away Paul's sight, at the very exact moment, he spoke to an apostle and told the apostle that he to go to a place, and there he would find a person. Really? Mm-hmm. You prepare for it, and he prepares those for you. He sends the messages through people at places and things. Now remember, this guy already told me a job. What? He told me to look into cybersecurity. He told me I could get certified through Google. It's the same thing through LinkedIn, but I don't have to pay for I don't have to pay. That's the whole reason I'm doing this. It's like I don't know, $30 to $45 a month fucking subscription, and they're going to sponsor it for me to go through it. So I don't actually have to go to school. They'll give me you know what I mean? The membership. That's what it is. And you can get certified in all of these things, where then I can also, you know what I mean? I can create this LinkedIn profile, but I can use all of this to, doctor up my actual resume, have the certifications to go into new fields of study and do, you know what I mean? Just that, which is what, I don't know, those kind of goofy ass certifications will have you sitting in front of a fucking TV screen looking for ghosts. Realistically, I mean, cybersecurity, you're sitting there watching the screen. You're making sure everything's secure through a screen. Are we watching zeros and ones, or are we watching a fucking parking lot and a fucking, you know what I mean? It's security. Anyways, moving back to it. That's all that kind of shit means. If you can take it all further and shit. But that's where it is like I'm diving into, what is that word? Technology. The forms of technology. And that's what why are you doing this? I'm really quick at learning. If I can go in and learn, and I was really great at opera, all these things, I can go into any business and learn their operating systems, their computer systems, their training systems, their modules, their little devices, all of that shit. I learn quick. I'm a quick learner. Now I'm just trying to filter what I'm learning and why you want to learn this, so that I can open up I can open myself into the internet. What do you need to get in the internet? Basic computer skills would be helpful, don't you think? Realistically, yeah. And that's just it. It's just a reminding. I know how to use a computer. I just haven't. It's like riding a bike. I know how this works. I'm not going to look so good as I get on it, but I know how this works. Realistically, yeah. Something like that. Say you haven't played drums. You were the best drummer all the way through high school, dude. And you haven't. They're like, hey, you used to play drums, didn't you? Yeah. Play something for us. Oh shit! I mean, all right. How does this work? And it gives you a minute to get your rhythm, and then the pattern will come back, and you'll start playing out a pattern. You'll go back into your pattern self. You'll remember how to do this. It'll start coming back to you, what you used to do. Click here, click there. Remember this, remember that. And while that, you're learning the new technology, which is the upgraded stuff that has changed in the last. I haven't been in front of a computer like that. And at least, since they were little, I didn't do, you know what I mean? I didn't do any front end jobs like that for like a long ass time, but I can always learn it. Realistically, I mean, are you capable of learning new information? Can you be taught? As I saw Kim Kardashian. There's this thing that they use, which is like AI, right? She used AI and whatever, chat with AI and all this shit. She didn't pass because she cheated. She was sure she would pass because she went to the computer for the answers. And she put down exactly what the computer said, and that wasn't the way to pass the bar. That didn't pass the bar. Do you think for 1 minute they can't see when you're faking your resume? That you can't keep up with the conversation, that T.I. is actually not very intellectual at all, that he just studies fucking words? Do you think they see him as a smart individual, or just someone that uses large vocabulary to seem smart? Do you think that they don't know this? You think you can outwit other people by cheating, by doing it the easy way, by not putting in the effort? There are fucking kids that are fucking giving up their entire careers, their life, their all independence in law school. And you think you can just half-ass it and you're going to meet the bar? Bitch, pass a drink at the bar, stupid bitch ass. You're disrespecting the whole fucking what your dad did to provide food for your bitch ass. He didn't get to fake it. He was poor and he was going to school and he was cramming his head with unbelievable amounts of information to make sure that you guys were fed and he could stand up and know the literature, to know the litigation, to know what it took. You thought just because you could ask the internet you had all the answers? Cheap ass, online fucking bitch. Sorry, it's just disrespectful, bro. It's just disrespectful. It's just disrespectful for her to disrespect us and act like she could do night school and she's going to be a fucking lawyer. Bitch, you're going to work hard like the rest of us. Your fucking looks don't do shit. If you can't speak the right words, nobody cares. Nobody cares about your crying or your fucking makeup when we're out here defending our honor, truth, and justice. Are you a fucking prosecutor or a defender? What are you going out here to do? Be a defense attorney? You're going to stand up for people and say that all people are fucking innocent of what they're being charged? That's your job? That's what you're going to do? You're going to defend the honor of people that are being charged for fucking crimes? Your job is to prove they didn't do the crime when we have the evidence? Or your job is to make sure that they don't do the time for the crime they did when we have the evidence? Or is your job to fucking put it to them for doing the fucking crime and make sure they do that motherfucking time for the evidence we have? You want to be part of this? The justice system when you don't even know right from wrong? Stupid bitch. Cuntass. Sorry. If you're going to be a lawyer, bro, that's going to take up like all of your life, and lives are depending on you to understand why you're doing this. If you're going to go to school all your life to be a fucking educator, you want to be a school teacher, understand that what you're doing is being around children. Your job is to be around children. So don't just fill yourself with information. Fill yourself with children. Fill yourself with children. You're doing it for children. Your job is to serve children. Children. If you don't even like children, then don't go to school for that shit. Realistically, yes. And that goes back to, your job as a doctor is to save lives. Not that you're not on the dollar, that you're not getting paid. Your job is to save lives. You're a fucking police officer. You're a defender of life with or without the badge. That's what you are. Realistically, what are you? A rapper? That's what you came here to do? I respect Fred Flintstone more. I'm going to make him a lunch. At least he's building the foundation of what our future will look like. You're tearing it down with your very words. Hallelujah. Wave the red flag. Everybody pull out a cheeseburger, and it's the 4th of July. All right. Anyways, going. To succeed is also to fail. A baby has to fall many times before it learns to walk. And so too must you be prepared for the path that may not always be smooth, but always has an assured positive outcome. Anybody can become a rapper if they work as hard as everyone else. Anybody can become anything if they were trained by the right trainer and they put the right effort into it. We can teach you. There's a fucking blueprint to all this bullshit. It doesn't come easy. Just because they figured it out faster, and that's what we learned in school. They got the math faster. They understood it faster. Some people learn faster in different areas. It's not that we can't learn. It's just going to take us longer to learn this. We can, but don't give up because you're not learning it quick enough, or that you don't want to learn this part of what it takes. I don't want to play goalie. I don't want to play goalie. I keep getting hit. I don't get to go anywhere. I don't want to play goalie. It's like playing catcher. You're like catching you have the most ball action, but you don't want to sit there squatting. I don't want to be goalie. I want to be an outfielder. Which means what? You're standing out in the outfield, hoping that somebody's better than the rest of your team, and now it all depends on you to get that fucking ball back fast? You're all important. You want to play some other position, but you don't know what it takes to play all the positions. And that's what it really is. It's like, whatever you're going out to be, there's no easy way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, becoming a singer and songwriter, I had to become a lot more than just a singer and songwriter. I had to put on so much more than just that. There was so much more to it than just writing songs and performing songs. Do you know how much went into the whole fucking get me on a stage and let me perform? It's just, there's a lot more to what you think it is. It's not easy. It's hard. Always have an assured positive outcome as long as commitment and dedication are observed. A runner running a race has put in many hours of training, focus, and life changes to pass the winning post. It all started with one step forward and kept going on. How many times did they lose before they won? But they didn't keep up. They didn't give up. How many times did they lose the race before they actually won a race? The whole point they got in the race was to win, but nobody wins the first time. It's like, you're the biggest loser. I know, but it only takes one to be a winner. It's like, why don't you give up? Because I still believe I can win. As I say this, it's like looking at Lewis. Lewis, you don't have to win in that car to prove that you're a winner. The longer you're in that car, the longer it makes you a loser. Not because you keep losing the races, but because you can't see your worth and the fact that you'll even sit in the losing car. You can go back to these prissy boys in the beginning that even Max, he has very strict stipulations to what that car must do. And if it doesn't, he can break his contract and go get out of this. You have to provide me with a good car. You can't have me out here looking stupid in a fucking Mustang. It's supposed to be Ferrari, people. Realistically, you should have had more pride in yourself. And instead of putting all the pride into that car. The more you choose to sit in a losing position, the more you become the loser. You're better than this. You're better. And that goes back to Fred Flintstone. You're better than this. Me personally, I thought you looked beautiful in a fucking suit and tie. And you too knew how to work a computer. Why you got to put your back into it? Why don't you put your wits into it? There's just different things. We're better than what we do. I'm better than Target. I'm not better than the people, but I have more to offer than this job. I'm willing to offer this job, you know what I mean, to meet my needs, but I'm not going to give it more than what it feeds me. And realistically, if it's not feeding me in all areas of my life and it's only providing food, well, we can eat somewhere else. Know your worth. Know your worth. As I've seen that, it's like, I can have an expensive lunch anywhere by myself and enjoy the fucking view a lot better than your conversation. Is what I saw right there. Know your worth. Was it worth it? Be not afraid of setting your goals high, of dreaming big, and of striving to be the best you can be. Shifting your stance, your mental attitude, your physical body into new experiences and new territory to meet the people you are meant to meet, the situations you are meant to encounter, and the support that undoubtedly will follow. I'm teaching you guys on the outside to allow yourself to feel your Sagittarius energy, to allow yourself to change your mind, to allow yourself to, okay, I'm no longer interested in this. I'm going to go chase another dream. I'm teaching you to own your Knight of Wands energy, the adventure in you, the desire for more. Here, I gave you, hold on a second. Okay, sorry. I had to raise my voice, and we didn't need to do that on the video. Are you hiding? No, I wasn't screaming. I got loud. Realistically, I was like, don't come in here fucking whining. Really? Yeah? Did you hear him? There's nothing to drink. Don't even start. I gave you money for sodas. I drank my soda. Get the fuck out of here. Really? I mean, they're bigger. Again. Going back to this, though, is it's okay to change your mind. You're like, I don't really want to do this anymore. I'm not really into this anymore. The things you were chasing no longer bring you happiness. That's okay. Change your mind and change it again and keep changing. I'm seeing Polly Shore. He's like, I did a semester of this and a semester of that and a semester of this. You got a lot of education. You've been in school for how many years? About 6. What are you majoring in? Nothing really. Majoring in school. Realistically, yeah, he tried everything. And you could say that he wasn't focused and he wasn't applying himself. What are you talking about? He was focused in all areas. He was applying himself to all different kinds of things. Nobody said he was failing any of those classes. He was just taking on different classes. What? Becoming something, not just one thing, but learning how to become many things and what it took to be many things. You may have been chasing, you know what I mean? Like Lewis, you were chasing this all your life, and then you realize one day, I don't want to go that way anymore. Good for you. Where are you going to go now? And that's it. You can go whichever direction. If you stop going that direction, you can go any other direction you want. And if you don't like the way that one looks, go another direction. It's not a bad thing to be adventurous, to try new things, to give up on old projects. This isn't a bad thing. I was getting that whole download. You may have drawn this card because you are feeling stagnant, blocked, and unsure. If so, the guidance is to act, move, and create new forward momentum. Keep your eyes set firmly on the horizon. Keep a clear head and a cool mind. And feel the urge of energy as you create the movement and the action around you. Others respond to this proactive energy and positivity and flow forward as well. Archangel Metatron will sometimes push you, will sometimes encourage you, and in other times will stand back and see if you can keep up under your own steam, but he will never abandon you. To be active also means to be healthy. Seek fresh air, sunlight, and body that serves you well. Feel Metatron close to you. Visualize and imagine and feel his light alongside you, helping you strive for more, to be in the best shape and to achieve all that you came here to do. But it starts with movement and often steps away from the comfort zone into uncharted areas. Move, walk, run, write, play, create, and live. It is why you are here. And you can do it today. Very active energy. There's a lot of activity in the energy. Really? Yeah. The next one's really cool. They're all cool, don't you think? All right, so we're in a heavy-duty Mars energy. We're taking action. What do I got to do? Obviously, I got to go to the store. But I'm going to do the laundry and some more shit. Really? Got to use this energy, this active force for something positive, don't you think? It's not like I'm going to feel like doing it tomorrow. I never feel like doing it. Really? Nope. Got to just seize the energy. Realistically, it's only a 2-hour thing. I put it off every time I do this. I do this a lot. For how long are you going to be like this? Until I'm rich and I buy that $900 fucking folding clothes machine. Really? Yeah, then I'll stop bitching about laundry. Really? You don't have to be rich to buy it, but I'm going to buy that. I feel like that's a rich person thing to own. Only rich people buy that stupid shit. Yeah, I'm going to have a washer, a dryer, and a clothes folder. And then we can bring Lewis in and he can iron because he finds joy in ironing. That's very OCD of you. Lewis? Louie. All right, structured communication and taking action and get to it. Got it? All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye now.